traditionally, people think about accessibility as the add-on at the end of the project, and that is the most expensive, most burdensome thing that you can do. Because I often explain to clients, my mother was a master seamstress, and it would be like her putting together a jacket and then going back and checking and not checking to see if things were sewn on correctly as she was going, or not planning out how she was cutting the pattern correctly, and having to go and rip the arms out and sew them back in again. And that's exactly what happens to websites if they're already built. And to add in accessibility features afterwards is very expensive, very time consuming. So what's emerged in the industry really in the last year is something called a shift left philosophy. And that is where accessibility is thought about in the design phase. In fact, our accessibility team does a lot of sessions when organizations are planning new websites. They'll bring us in, and we will, for people who are non-visual users on our team, will verbally describe what's being built, and we're able to advise, hey, it looks like the search box is really faded into the background. It's got just a light gray line around it. You're going to want to bring that out. I remember doing one of these, and it was a public government entity that said, well, we're not going to have a search box. And we said, oh my goodness, you can't not do that. That search box is one thing that helps people across all disabilities. So, there's that, and also the idea of educating staff is part of that shift left. This is not, I often say this to developers, accessibility is not something you can Google. It's also something that you're not going to learn very well if you never have interaction with actual users who live with disabilities. So organizations are building that in. And it's wonderful to see that change.